So these are a massive upgrade compared to the original model, and I think that this might be a really good basketball shoe. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and review on these potential bad boys right here. This is the Rigorer AR2 for Austin Reaves, his second signature shoe. And I will say right now, I'm still a little upset because he sucked the wind out of our game that I was watching with the Dubs versus the Lakers.
He is him.
He really was. Like I couldn't believe the weak defense that Andrew Wiggins played on his ass. I was just like, bro, you are huge. What is going on? Put your damn hand up. But anyways, I thought we were going into overtime, and we didn't. It was But just in case you were curious, this is the box. I think it's supposed to be a butterfly wing, but like really zoomed in. As for the shoe itself, these guys not only look a hell of a lot better than the original, but they also feel a hell of a lot better as well. The original one I wasn't really impressed by. I thought that it was like real basic, very generic. It looked like Curry's shoes, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just a little bit weird. But this pair right here, just like, I don't know, like obviously the budget shifted, like they got more stuff in here, but it's just kind of more impressive. Like if this would have been the debut shoe, I'd have been like, wow, that's cool. But it being the second shoe, I am mad at it because this one feels very cool. Like it feels like it's going to be a beast. I don't know for sure. I'm just saying that they feel really good. I can't wait to play in these things. And I definitely couldn't say that about the first one. I played in those once and I was like, nah, f these, man. Before I get too ahead of myself, I just wanted to show that they came with this stuff right here, which I think is cool, especially this card right here. It says that there's an eTPU supercritical foam. It depicts exactly what it is. This is the midsole cushioning and everything. So I think that that's really dope, man. Oh, I guess they're calling it Showtime technology. I don't really like that. Just kidding, I don't care. But anyways, the outsole feels amazing. That was the one thing about the original shoe that was actually really solid, is the traction was great. This guy feels very much of the same. The rubber feels good. It's solid, you know what I'm saying? Like this feels like it could be a great shoe at both indoors and outdoors. I like that the grooves are thick and flat. They're very wide. So I would not mind taking these outside. Obviously I'm gonna test them inside first, but with the cushion that they added on this thing compared to the original model, like this is one where I'm like, yeah, these could be dope outdoors too. And I love that they got this like big ass plate right here, again kind of mimicking the butterfly wing and things like that. So this is the torsion plate. It's also slightly a spring plate, which is I think really neat, and I like the design. I think that it's really cool. I love that you can see the cushioning poking out. It's a dope move. Speaking of that cushioning, like I showed earlier, it's a eTPU, so it's a supercritical foam. It feels very good underfoot. Like it's got some bounce to it, but it also feels very stable. It does not feel like it's lacking in court feel either. So this shoe just feels awesome. Like I don't want to like oversell anything because that's not what I try to do here. I just try to, you know, break down what the shoes offer and how they feel, at least to me. I'm not really caring what anybody buys as long as you buy the shoe that works best for you. But the way that they feel got me excited. That's all I could say. Like when I put these on, I'm just kind of like, yeah, man, like I feel like I want to run in these. And then they do wrap that cushion in a TPU panel right here that's got the AR logo on it. So I think that that's a cool move too. Obviously this is nothing new or impressive if we're talking about like technology and stuff. We've seen this in many different iterations of shoes from many different brands. It's obviously to add some stability to the unstable foam, but it looks cool and I hope that it works. This is the insole right here. I do not believe that this is a piece of shit. I think that this is a pretty nice insole. This reminds me of what the Way of Wade models used to come with. Some of the Wade models still come with great insoles, some of them don't. But when we're talking about like throwback to like old school Way of Wade stuff, like the original models, this is very similar. It's very thick, it's very dense, feels real good. So I like this. As far as the upper is concerned, that's the part where obviously this shoe isn't, you know, featuring anything that I personally love on my performance shoes. It doesn't have any leather, there's no suede, there's nothing really premium about it. However, in terms of modern basketball, it's got everything that anybody could want or what most consumers are actually used to. So we've got a main textile base. There's a lot of synthetics laid on top of that for structure, support. It's leaving room for flexibility and breathability as well. Should be pretty durable in that sense. And on top of that, this is what really keeps the cost down when we're talking about like modern day performance shoes. Uppers like this really don't cost as much to manufacture as something that requires lots of hands-on, lots of stitching. So when you sit there and you're like, why is this retro that came out in the 80s more expensive than a modern shoe that comes out today? Because less hands are involved, bro. It's much simpler to heat press and heat weld all of this stuff together in one fell swoop than it is to sit there and stitch every panel onto the toe and the midfoot and the heel and all of that stuff. That's why. Do I love it? No. Does it work though? Yes. I will say there is some embroidery on here, so that's cool, but it's not, you know, structural. It's just for visuals. The tongue feels very good too. It's not quite like that Nike Torch material that I talk about and love that's featured in the Kobe 5s and 6s, but it's pretty similar. Like, it looks really good. It also offers plenty of ventilation. One thing that I do think is overlooked though are laces, especially on performance shoes. These laces feel really nice. They feel like they might not come untied as easily as some of the other ones, so I really like that. I can't remember what shoe it was. I think it was like the Under Armour Machina, but like that had like a nice spongy lace to it, and I really like that. Like, those laces were awesome. So this, while not the same thickness as those, feels very similar in its like overall construction. And so yeah, I'm really hopeful that these feel or play or what would you call that? Wear? You know what I mean? I hope that they're the same kind of thing. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, they fit perfect. Whatever you typically wear, that is what I would order. This is a men's size 9, a 42.5, if you will. So whatever it is that you wear, convert that, you'll be good to go. For your safest bet, go with the centimeters. That's the most accurate. So if you look at your size tags in any of your other shoes, and if it states the centimeter size and you're looking for these, match up that size with whatever it is that you're ordering and you should be fine. Wide footers, I think that they might be okay, but you never know when they have wraps like this. Like, just be careful. Obviously, you can't try these on in store because they're not sold in stores, which is I think the most unfortunate thing. But you also can't like blame a big box retailer for not wanting to buy something like this wholesale when they don't know if you're actually going to come and buy it. That's the one, like, you know what I mean? Like a Jordan, even now, not even guaranteed. But this, good luck. Now, with that being said, what is today's question of the day? However, we do have a special guest. He's a very small individual. I actually coach him on our basketball team. His name is Gio. So Gio, what do you got?
Was there ever a time you had to sell something you didn't want to because you had to? Did you ever rebuy said item?
Yes to both. When we first moved here, we got rid of most of our shoes or we as in me, but I got rid of most of my shoes because it was easier to unload them then instead of packing them in a giant truck and moving them 2 hours and then unloading them, finding a place for them to be and all of that stuff. In that pile of sneakers were everything from samples to all of my Kobe's, and that was the thing where, like, after Kobe passed, I was really bummed that I no longer had his shoes. So I've been slowly reacquiring my Kobe collection, some of which is right here. A lot of it's upstairs. I have had like a really cool opportunity where viewers actually have sent me pairs, which I super appreciate. Like, I can't even tell you, there's pairs that I've been sent that I never even owned before, like the Dark Knight 5s, the Chaos 6s, and stuff like that. So I just really appreciate all of that stuff, and I will never get rid of my Kobe's ever again. And so yeah, so that's the main one that I know that I've gotten rid of, and I really did regret it, and I have slowly like recollected all of them. How about you?
They weren't shoes, but it was one of my toys. I think it was like the PJ Masks one.
I love that show. Catboy? Yeah.
I didn't want him to go. I didn't want to sell him, but my mom said I don't play with him anymore, so.
Have you reacquired it?
Oh, no.
No? So you want to get it back?
Yes.
Was it one of the small ones or one of the taller ones?
Yeah, it was the small ones.
Okay. Did you have the Catmobile, or is that what it was called?
Yeah, the Catmobile.
Okay. Gecko-mobile?
No, it's the cat car and
Oh,
the gecko mobile.
that's right. The cat car and the Gecko-mobile.
I had all of them, but she decided to sell them.
Eric actually had all of them too. We would watch it together. I love the song, the theme song. PJ Masks.
Cause bedtime is the right time to fight crime. I can't think of a rhyme.
So with that being said, what about you guys? Have you guys ever gotten rid of something that you are now either trying actively to reacquire, or have you already reacquired it? If so, sound off below and let me know what that is. On top of that, let me know what you think about these in the comment section. I believe that this is gonna be a huge upgrade from the original. Is it gonna be one of the best basketball shoes of the year? The year just started, so let's not talk about that just yet, but it's always possible. All I know is that they feel like they're gonna be fun, and they look a hell of a lot better than the original, so that's cool too. But sound off below and let me know. Thank you so much for everything. I greatly appreciate your guys' support. I will catch y'all on the next one. So until then, y'all have a good one.